Tom, welcome back. It's the first time you've been back over since we got relegated. How did that feel?
Difficult. Nobody wants to get relegated, and that was very difficult. I'm a competitor. We're all competitors here at the club. We knew that it was a distinct reality that it could happen. We didn't want it to happen. Now that it finally has happened and sunk in, taking a step back, sometimes necessary to take a step forward, and I think everybody realizes that. So very disappointed that happened, because one of our goals was to survive League One, but with it happening, it's going to make us stronger, and we're getting ready for the summer to bounce back to a very bright future.
You said in the statement that you put out that it's a good opportunity for us to bounce back stronger. What plans are in place to make sure we do that?
We're actually working right now diligently with the staff, with the football staff, on the recruiting for the summer, and we're blending a little bit more of analytics to it. I mean, there's the analytics, then there is the in-person, the visits, the site visits to see the players actually perform. But I think bringing the analytical tools in place, having a more structured process that we're following to make sure that we are looking at all players of all clubs at each position, and not just necessarily, and I'm not saying this was done in the past, but not necessarily just kind of go into the comfort zone of, we knew this club, or we have a contact with this club, so it's naturally to reach out to them. We're challenging everybody to say, if we believe this is the best person at that position, let's reach out to that agent, let's reach out to that player, and let's see if we can secure them. If not, let's move on to number two. So it's forcing the club, which I think is a good thing, to step out of their comfort zone and reach out to players that maybe they wouldn't in the past, but they can really contribute to the success of the team. So we are very involved in the process when it comes to the actual selection. That's going to be up to Paul and the recruiting staff, but we're trying to make sure that the process is followed to ensure we're looking at a broad range of players.
Paul has also acknowledged that he knows that is a big job, and you're obviously happy to support him in that.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I right now we have a lot going on at the club, a lot going on the pitch and off the pitch. But the number one priority, the biggest job we have going on right now is the recruitment this summer and getting that right. That is the number one thing that we are all doing. We're all focused on that. If we don't get that right, everything that we're doing off the pitch seems very small, even though it's the right thing to do to build the infrastructure. It's not going to help us. So we know it's a huge task. It's the number one priority, and all resources are focused on that.
Have you given Paul and the staff any short-term goals for the start of next season?
Yes, Paul and I have talked. We're starting to formulate them. Expectations are going to be high. We know that. Expectations this summer are going to be high. I mean, my bet is as soon as the window opens, people are going to be clamoring for the first signee, and we need to make sure we get that right. But more importantly, as we move into the season, we do have goals. I keep those goals internal between myself, the leadership, and the coach and the manager. We agree on them. We have set targets. We're going to refine them a little bit more as we move forward, but there are internal targets that we have and expectations.
Obviously, a lot of things to look forward to, but it's important that we make sure we do the last two games right as well.
Definitely. You want to move forward. You want to end this season strong. Hopefully, again, we don't like the relegation, but maybe that enables the squad to play a little looser and freer, and nothing would be greater than to go down to Derby and upset them down there. But just to see a progression of the squad, see a progression of the new players that we have signed in the January window, see them continue to gel as a team and the whole squad come together. We need to finish strong. We need to finish, with positive momentum going into the summer. I think that's important.
Nearly 1,000 tickets sold for that Derby game, despite us already been relegated. Have you been surprised with the level of support that the fans have shown?
I've surprised, no. I would say that's one of the reasons we selected Carlisle, is because we knew there was a phenomenal fan base here, and we really appreciate the fan base. I mean, to have the season that we've had and to see the fans and supporters continue to come out is just absolutely phenomenal. You wouldn't see that maybe at some other clubs. But I think that also shows their belief in the future and what we're trying to do, and that these things don't happen overnight. I came in yesterday and I walked up to the ticket office, or I walked up to the administration side, and as I hit there was a huge line for the Derby tickets, and I was just like, how refreshing. They're all standing in queue waiting for it, and I joked with a couple of them, but it was just impressive to see that, and to see that level of support for a team that's been relegated is tremendous, and hopefully it'll keep going. We need that support. We need the support of the community as we're transitioning the club and moving it in the right direction.